All right, so we're gonna kick things off here with some split squats. Scott's gonna demonstrate the split squat. Split squat's gonna be very similar to a lunge, with the biggest difference being in a lunge, we'd have 1 foot moving at all the time. At this, we're gonna have both feet stay on the ground as much as possible. So Scott's demonstrating how you can do this with a weight. Here, that's the idea about the split squat is after we get the form, after we feel more comfortable with this movement, we can challenge ourselves with weight a little bit more on this because we're not moving, because we're staying stationary compared to the lunge. But if you feel like balance is an issue, you can put a chair on each side and do this so that you can kind of focus down through and get good depth and make sure that we want to isolate. You should feel a lot in your quadricep and feel a lot in your glute with these exercises. And we're going to do 10 on each side. Just like all the exercises, we're going to be doing 3 rounds of these, so we want to make sure that we pick weights and numbers of reps that are repeatable. So we like 8 to 10 reps for 3 rounds.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Great. Okay, our next exercise is going to be the bent over dumbbell row. We're going to show a few different variations of this exercise. Just like everything else, we're going to do 3 sets of 8 to 10 and a repeatable number. So I'm going to show a variation here where I'm going to stay standing up. Now in this variation here, I can support myself if I feel balanced. If I feel like balance might be an issue, I can always take a chair and have my hand that doesn't hold me away. I could be using that chair to help support my balance. And then Scott's going to show you kind of how to use a bench for
turning your feet out a little bit if you have a prosthetic limb, like below the knee might help, so you can feel that pressure even in the socket. So if you're using the bench to do it and you're on the prosthetic limb, obviously you don't have an ankle, so you might have some difficulty getting yourself stable on the prosthetic side. So what I'm going to demonstrate here is just, I'm backing that down so my foot is off the bench. I've had a few people say that this helps them feel more comfortable and relaxed on the road. So if you're using a bench and you're wearing a prosthetic limb, you might want to try that if you feel uncomfortable with your toe on the bench. So we're going to count 10 out here. We're going to go 1, and at the top we're going to give a little hold, and we're going to control the weight on the way back down.
For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
4,
I want to be able to keep my plans.
So I'm asking my doctor about
5.
getting vaccinated.
We're focusing on having our back be hollow here. We're not letting our back round. 6, 7, 8, 9,
The Classic Rock Channel.
and 10.
Radio.
And we'll set the weight down, give ourselves just a second, and we'll get set up so that we can do the other side. Again, if we're using a chair, we move the chair to the other side. We'll get back into our position, our ready position here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We really want to make sure we breathe during this exercise. A lot of people say that this one really kind of gets their heart rate up a little bit. We want to focus on our breathing while we control the weight. And 10. All right, we're going to hit up the farmer's carry. So we're going to carry down and back while we're walking. We want the same amount of weight in each hand. This should be fairly heavy on our grip, but a weight that we can carry actively. By actively, I mean put a little bit of bend in our elbows. Make sure we're not just carrying the weights by our sides with our shoulders all dipped down. We want to feel like our chest and our back are engaged while we're doing this. We don't want to walk too fast. We want to make sure time under tension. So we just take our time, go through, and we get back here, set our weight down. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is lateral lunges. Lateral lunges is going to be a step to the side with a little bit of a bend to the knee. Just like everything else, we're going to do 3 rounds of these, 8 to 10 per side. So this is something that we're going to do on one side, and then once we've got our number in, we're gonna do the other side again. Scott has pretty good balance with these. Balance can be an issue for this, because there's a big balance component to this exercise, because a lot of the time is spent only on one foot. So if you need to put a chair or a table in front of you, a kitchen counter, anything like that, so as you're moving across, you have something that you can feel that support. The idea is that you don't want to be using that and relying on that to push yourself back up, but if you're using it to be balanced, that's just fine.
4, 5, 6.
So as he's going down, what we want to do is on the foot that stays on the ground, we want to feel some stretch through the inside of our thigh, and then we want to and when we come back up, we want to get the push off the leg that goes down.
10.
Good. Okay, now we're going to do step back lunges or reverse lunges. With this, we're going to keep we're going to have one foot on the ground, so having something for balance is going to help a lot.
So I'm using this to help support myself. And if you watch, I'm not going to put a lot of weight on my hands. It isn't about using your upper body. It's just about something there to kind of help with your balance, giving you a little awareness. So I'm just really using my fingertips.
Again, we're going to be doing 3 rounds for 8 to 10 of these. You can see that as Scott's going down, this leg, even on his prosthetic side, is staying straight up and down. So he's not letting his knee drive over his toes. He's extending his hips back and then catching himself on his back foot, and letting that knee bend as he goes down to the ground.
10.
And now we're going to get the other side here. And so this time Scott will leave his sound limb on the ground, and he'll plant and catch with his prosthetic side. These exercises are great in preparing for running, because when we're running, there's a lot of time that's spent with only one foot on the ground. So this is helping us to kind of get our muscles stronger so that we can be stable during those moments that only one foot is holding us up.
10.
And be ready to go at the top of the minute in about 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And that's 10 seconds. 15, 20, 25, and 30. Good. Now we're gonna roll over for bananas.
I like bananas.
You like the bananas?
Oh yeah. I like
I
real
don't really like
bananas.
this one.
Huh?
I don't really
I
like
like
this one.
real bananas.
Oh, real bananas. Real bananas are better than banana exercises, for sure. So we still have about 10 seconds here before we get going. Kind of stretch your abs a little bit. Make sure everything's kind of ready to go again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And that's 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. And we're gonna go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And there's 10 seconds. And 20 seconds. 30 seconds. We're in bonus time now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
1, good. Now bananas. I don't think I'll be able to talk through this one.
No? What if you had a banana?
Right? I should have eaten a banana before I did this. And we're gonna go in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. There's 10 seconds. And 20 seconds. $30 seconds and I'm shaking. Are you shaking, Scott?
A little bit.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good.